four tools are required: MS, SSIS, SSAS, SQL, and lastly, I think
SSRS.
MBI or pardon, sir?
Yeah, pretty good answer. Let me give you some brief about where this MSBI fits, why we need MSBI and why it has great boom in the market, okay? Which is very important. You have to set the base. If you're learning something, you have to understand what you are learning and why, where it is gonna help you, right? So that is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna make you aware of what is this MSBI technology and why it is helpful and why it has great boom in the market. So if you have this base set properly, then going forward you will get much interest. I mean, you will get more interest to learn the things. That's one important point, right? I mean, if you don't know what you are learning and why you are learning, then you will not get full interest to learn the technology, any technology, not only MSBI. Okay? And
Okay.
let me start. I'm gonna take a notepad. I'm gonna draw something, that's why. So MSBI generally it helps the person who analyzes the business. Okay, for example, I'm the CEO of any company, and obviously I want to analyze how my business is going. For example, if I am very good and my turnover is some billion dollar, let's say I'm running a $1 billion company. That doesn't mean I can sit and enjoy. Every day I have to check where I stand in the market, how the business is going, how my competitors are growing. That is very important, right? And what my competitors are offering and why people are preferring to go with my competitors rather than my business. Let's say, for example, let's take a simple example. Any one industry, let's take pharma industry, okay, medicine. So, what is the cost of paracetamol? A tablet, paracetamol tablet.
Paracetamol, I think 5 rupees.
I don't think so. It costs something around 150 rupees. Oh, sorry, 150 paise. 150 paise to 2 rupees. Fine. But you know the overall business of paracetamol for 1 year in one country. Can you imagine how much it will be?
One country means in 1 year, sir?
In 1 year.
Around 2 to 3 lakhs.
No, that is very less number, whatever you have said. It will be in millions or sometimes in billions. Why? Because let's assume nowadays it has become fashion to the doctors, okay, to write paracetamol in the prescription. Whatever the disease they are having, paracetamol has become a common tablet. Okay. Now, as far as I know, paracetamol has a business in billions, huge business. Okay. Now let's take a simple example. I am the owner of a pharma company, which is manufacturing a tablet called A. Okay. Can you see that what I've written here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take the color. I mean different color. This is very light. I'll take red. Okay. Okay. I've taken. I am the owner of the company which is manufacturing tablet A. Okay. Just a second, Saujanya. I'm getting a call. Just a second. I'm back. So let's say I'm the owner of the factory which manufactures tablet A, and there is one more guy who is owner of the factory which manufactures tablet B. Okay. Now let's say I'm the owner, and for this you are the owner. Okay. I asked one of the employee in my factory, okay, to get me the sales of the tablet A in India. Okay. I asked him a question. What is the sales of the tablet A in India for the month of October 2012? What he will do? Let's say you are the person. I asked you. Okay, I am your superior.
Okay.
I want to know what is the sales of tablet A in India for the month of October 2012. What you will do?
Just I will approach the.
And I'm telling you there are some a rough figure of 1 lakh medical shops in India. A rough figure I'm giving. Okay, what you will do?
Okay.
So whenever your manager asks you some question like, get me the sales of a particular tablet, you have to give that, right? That is your part of your job. So what way you will get that information?
One approach is I must approach each and every shop and I'll take the data in their database.
Yeah, good answer. So what you are going to
About
do
our
here is, what you are going to do here is, you'll go to this shop and you'll ask him what is the sales of paracetamol or tablet A for the month of October 2012. So let's say he'll give some number, and next you'll go to this shop
yeah.
and this guy will give some number. You will add it to the existing one, right? And you will go to this and this guy will give one number. So like that, you have to travel throughout India to get the sales of the tablet A for 1 month. By the time you finish this task, okay, by the time you finish this task, it will be October 2013, right? It is going to take a lot of time. You have to travel throughout
Yeah.
India and you have to collect the information, knocking the door of each and every pharma shop. So it is a time consuming one. Agree? Agree or not?
Yes.
It is very time taking one, time consuming one, right?
Yes, sir. I agree.
So what is the best way you can do to get the result in a week or much faster than what it is taking for you to knock the door of each and every pharma shop? Is there any better way to get the same result? Can you think
Yes,
of
sir.
any better?
Everything is automatically done in these days, no? Just I will say all the databases are to be combined to one database, and they have to put the results in the database.
Yeah, the next best
And I
way,
go through.
the next best way
Yeah.
is, what you can do is you can recruit some 1,000 guys and you can send to each and every, you can assign a zone to each and every person, right? Like,
Right.
okay, person A, go to Bangalore and cover complete Bangalore. Person B, go to
Yeah.
Hosur. Person C, go to Tirupati. Person D, go to Hyderabad. So if this is the case, the time will be reduced, right?
Right.
But the cost will be increased. You have to pay salary for 1,000 guys, right?
Yeah.
So that is cost, very much a costly solution. So for getting one information, you have to send each and every guy to each and every, all the guys to the rest, shops assigned to them and collect the information, finally consolidate the information that they brought and submit it to your manager. But the problem with this one is it
Yeah.
is very costly. You have to pay the salaries, you have to recruit so many guys. And the second important thing is, by the time they fetch the information for a tablet A, your manager will ask the information about tablet B. Again, they have to go to each and every shop. So this is not an ideal solution. So the best thing that you can do is, you can approach each and every medical shop or each and every hospital, whatever it may be. Okay, approach this hospital. Let me take different color for this. Let me take green. So first you will approach this pharma shop and you will tell him, every month I will pay you some money. You just sell me your data. That means I'm gonna buy data from you, right? So what this guy has to do is, this guy has to send his database to the centralized server,
Okay.
right? Hello?
Sir.
Listening or not?
Yeah, listening.
Next, what you are gonna do is, you are gonna go to this guy and same deal, I will give you this much amount every month to you. What you have, I will deposit money to your account. What you have to do is, you have to push your data to my centralized server. In the same way, if you can get the data from each and every guy into your own server, then you don't need to travel throughout India, right?
Right.
So this will make our work easy. But what is the challenges we are going to face when they transfer the data to our server? Can you think of the challenges, the problems that we are going to face if you have all the databases here? Let's say I have 1 lakh databases here in my server. Every month I am getting this 1 lakh databases. What is the problem I'm going to face here?
I think overflow network PCs or network
Yeah, let's say I
failures.
have a very big, very good configuration server. The problem here will be, not all the guys here will maintain the same kind of database, right? Few guys
Okay.
will maintain the data in Excel. Few guys will maintain the
Okay.
data in Notepad. Few guys will maintain the data in SQL Server. Few guys maintain the data in
Okay.
Teradata database. Few guys in Oracle. Few guys in MySQL, right?
Right.
The person who has to work on the data here has to know all the technologies, and also he has to run the query in 1 lakh databases. Agree?
Yeah.
So this is the problem. Even though I'm giving money and I'm buying the data from them, the problem here is, I will get data in different databases, different files. So my problem is, I cannot analyze the data making use of all 1 lakh or the number of files that I have. So let's assume I have a tool called XYZ. This is a tool, name is XYZ. What this tool will do is, this tool will convert all the different databases into one database type. Let's say any one database, SQL Server. So this tool job, what it will do is, it will take this Excel file and convert the data into SQL Server and load the table. And this will take a notepad file, convert the data and load into SQL Server. And it will take Teradata database, convert the data and push it into SQL Server. So in one word, I'm gonna convert all the different databases that are available here in my server to one single database type. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the advantage and disadvantages at this level?
Advantage is converting into one database means it is easy to view the file, view the database.
Exactly. So the advantages is, I don't need to recruit guys. I don't need to travel throughout India, and I don't need to know all the different database languages, right? It is easy. If I have data, with one single query, I can get the data, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to write some thousands of queries, one for Excel, one for Notepad, one for Teradata, one for SQL Server, as in this case. I don't need to write that many number of queries. What I can do is, I can write simple select statement for SQL Server and get the data. The data will be retrieved. These are the advantages of moving
Okay.
the data from different sources to one destination using a tool called XYZ. Okay.
Okay.
Now if you come to the disadvantages, what are the disadvantages here?
I don't know, sir.
So let's say let's assume I'm getting some 10 lakh records per month. Okay, 10 lakh records per month. So if I continuously load the data into the SQL server, after 10 years, what will be the data size? 10 lakhs means 1.2 crores per year. That means 12 crores for 10 years, right?
Right.
So if I write a query, if I execute a SQL query on a table which has 12 crore records, it will take lot of time to return the data. It will take some half an hour to 1 hour to return the data. So half an hour to see a report is not acceptable at all. It is performance issue. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever I move the data, whenever I'm continuously pushing the data into one destination, one database, okay. So the problem will be with the performance. So the performance will be very poor. And if I create a report pointing to this database, and if I execute the report, it will open after 30 minutes to 1 hour. So no client will wait for half an hour to 1 hour to generate a report. Okay. So to overcome this issue, let's say I'm using a tool called, I'm naming it as ABC. What this tool will do is, this tool will fine tune the data that is present in the destination, the SQL Server database, or any database, not only SQL Server, any one destination database. Okay. So this one will fine tune the data, and it will convert the data into a different format called OLAP. Okay. This converts the data into a different format altogether, and the advantages of this one is, for any query, it retrieves the data within less than 5 seconds. For example, if you execute a query on some 50 crore records, it will return the data within a minute max. It is not going to take time. The performance will be improved. The performance will be too good. Okay. Now, if my manager asks me the same question here, what is the sales of a particular tablet, I can simply get the data. Within fraction of seconds, I can generate and I can get it, right?
Right.
So can you see any disadvantages here?
Disadvantage, it is more advantages than previous one, right?
It has more advantages, but the only disadvantage I can see here is, this is a database. I cannot ask my users to query the data in a database. I cannot ask users, my clients, to learn how to query this database. So what I can do here is, I have a tool called BCD, okay? BCD, using which I can generate reports. Okay?
Okay.
So if I have reports using this, which is super fast in performance, with the help of this, and which has full data, complete data pushed from different sources, with the help of this, what else client want? So he is getting the information whatever he want, right?
Right.
If I have a report, for example, you don't know the business pharma, you don't know pharma business, right? But if they give you a report and ask you to tell what is the sales for the year 2001, what you will do? You will select the year 2001 and click on submit report or generate report. So the report will be generated and you will submit the same report. So whenever you have reports in hand, that means that is information, easy to get information. Even a lame person who don't know about technology or domain can get the required information, whatever you want. Whenever you try to log in and register in any site without having prior idea, prior knowledge, now you are easily able to log in and register. Why? Because the screens are very easy to understand, right? In the same way, if you have reports generated, you can easily understand the business, whether it is going good or whether it is going bad. You can easily understand. So what I'm trying to say here is, at this point of time, let me take a different color here. See here, at this point of time, you have raw data in your hand. That is raw data, right? You cannot do anything with it.
Okay.
But
Right.
at this point of time,
Yeah.
you have valid information, right? The
Yeah.
information that client is asking for. If I want to see product A
Right.
sales, I can select product A and click on submit report. So what it will do, it will generate the sales for product A. So this is information at this point of time. So the process of converting the raw data to valid information is called data warehousing. In this terminology, Microsoft applying intelligence to your business. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, sir.
this XYZ tool in Microsoft MSBI, we call it as ASS.
Yes.
This ABC tool is nothing but SS. Yes. So here we used one tool to generate the reports, right?
SSRS.
So this is nothing but SSRS. So these three tools all together, what it is doing, it is converting the raw data into valid information. Okay. Whatever data you have here, at this point, you are converting it into one destination and then applying some changes to the data and making it to act faster. Whenever I query it, it is gonna retrieve the performance. I'm improving the performance with the help of analysis services, and then I'm generating reports on top of it. Okay? Understood?
Okay, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Now,
So what is the acronym of OLAP?
yeah, I will tell you that. Now I will tell you that. Okay?
Okay.
Now, coming to the another point here, this OLAP, this is O. OLAP will come into picture only when the data is used, right?
Okay.
What is the help of OLAP? OLAP will improve the performance of the query, right?
Yes, yes.
If the data is very high, the performance will go down. If the data is very high here, the performance will go down, and hence we will take the help of OLAP, right? SSIS to convert the data from database to OLAP, right? So if I don't have huge data, let's say I have only 1 lakh records in my database and I want to generate reports on top of it, I can directly jump from here to here. I don't need this part if I have very less data and my performance of the queries are good. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, before going to this OLAP part, I'm converting and pushing the data from different sources to one destination, right?
Yes.
Here, using SSIS part. So I can convert to any database kind like SQL Server or Oracle, any one destination that I'm interested in. Okay. If I want to move all the data into any SQL Server database, then I will prefer SQL Server. If I want to move all the data into Oracle, that means I am good in Oracle. If the data is in Oracle, that will be helpful to me. Then what I will do,
Okay.
I'll pick this destination as
Oracle.
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 The destination is not matter. It depends on your requirement. if my client is good, I mean if my client has good knowledge base on Teradata, then I'll go for Teradata as destination. That means where I'm gonna store all the data including history. Okay.
Okay.
So from here to here I'm moving all the data, all the historical data like last 10 years data, 20 years data, 30 years data, whatever the data you have, you will move everything into this. Okay. So that is why this database is called as data warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. Data warehouse is nothing but the database where the historical data will be maintained. All the historical data. I'll tell you why we will maintain all the historical data in one destination. I'll tell you that. So, let's say I have a SQL server, one SQL server database here in this, and I'm moving this to this destination, another SQL server. I call this as database, but I call this as data warehouse. Why? This database will have only current information.
Okay.
This data warehouse will have all the historical information. Okay. I'll tell you a best example. Let's take any bank site. For example, take Citibank. Okay. If you register for online banking, and if you go and ask for a bank statement, it will provide you bank statement for last 3 months only. Okay. If you ask for more than that, then it will ask you to raise a request, and they will send it to your mail in 30 minutes. Why? Because the banks will maintain only limited data in their databases, and they will move all the historical data into data warehouse. For example, I'm running a bank and I will maintain only last 3 months data. Prior to that, I will push it into data warehouse. So why? Because the number of transactions will be very high, and the data growth will be too high, and that may lead to performance slowdown. Understood?
Yeah.
For example, I have 1 customers. Everyone is making 10 transactions per day on an average. Let's say how many transaction records I will get into my database per day. It will be 10 into 1 lakh, that is 10 lakhs. Right?
Yeah.
How many per year or per month? It will be 3 crores per month.
Yeah.
That means 36 crores per annum. So if I maintain everything in my database, that one will slow down the application.
The performance. Yeah.
If I go to the bank and if I ask them to deposit, and if they click on get Rupesh details, it is going to take 1 hour to fetch the data. So for every deposit or withdrawal in ATMs, nothing will work. So the performance will go down if you maintain all the data in your database. So always the systems will maintain 2 things. One is database and another one is data warehouse.
Data warehouse.
So database is useful to have current information, last 2 months, last 3 months, or some limit they will set based on number of records that are coming in a day, right? For example, if you take Airtel, they have 1 crore customers. On an average, 10 records per day, 10 crore transactions per day. Imagine. So what they will do? They will maintain only 1 month data hardly in their database, and they will push all the remaining data into data warehouse.
Data warehouse.
Okay, understood the difference between database and data warehouse?
Yeah.
So database and data warehouse, the differences are data warehouse will have all the historical data, whereas database will have only current information. And second important thing is database is fast. whereas data warehouse is slow.
Slow.
And database is used, you can write insert, update and deletes in database. But data warehouse, it is only select statement, read the data for analysis purpose. That's it. You are not going to apply any insert, update or delete. Why? Because you already moved the data into data warehouse. That's it. Okay. And if you take the advantages of the data warehouse, it will have all the historical data, whereas your database will not have that. Okay. If you take the similarities now, both are two-dimensional. That is rows and columns. The data will be stored in two-dimensional, that is rows and columns, nothing but tables. Okay.
Yeah.
So the common thing here is two-dimensional. In other words, we call it as OLTP, online transactional processing. Okay. Any questions?
No questions, sir.
Now, both these databases and data warehouse is OLTP database. That is two-dimensional. You will have data in tables, in the form of tables. That is nothing but rows and columns. But if you take this OLAP, stands for online analytical processing. Okay. Online analytical processing, which will have data in multi-dimensions. It is not two-dimensional, it is multi-dimensional. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, you don't worry about what is multi-dimensional. You will come to know when we discuss about SSAS part. Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
you know the differences between a table, a database and the data warehouse, right?
Right.
Now, let's see the differences between data warehouse and OLAP. We call it as cube. So the differences is, this is damn slow. Data warehouse is damn slow, whereas this is damn fast, super fast. That is the major difference between data warehouse and OLAP cubes. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the basic picture what MSBI will do. What MSBI will do? First and foremost thing, it will move the data from different sources to one single destination, which we are calling it as data warehouse. And the second thing, it will convert the data warehouse into OLAP format, that is online analytical processing, in other words cubes, so to make the performance better. And once it is converted, SSRS will do the job by creating the
generating reports,
not records, generating reports.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what MSBI will do. Now let's come to the point. Why we need MSBI? You know what is MSBI now, right? What it will do.
Yeah.
Now let's see why we need MSBI. And as per some blog, I have read it somewhere, 95% of the whole data that is present in the world. Okay.
Okay, sir.
95% of the data got collected in last 2 years. Okay. So that means lots and lots of data are getting added. Take any business. Let's take Pizza Hut or KFC. For every transaction you are making, they will insert a record, they will insert a row into the database. They will have that information always. Okay. So like that, take a pharma company, paracetamol, how many sales? Some millions of sales will be there per day. For every medical shop, at least one guy will buy paracetamol. It is pretty famous tablet in India, at least I can say. So
Yeah.
what's happening is data is getting accumulated. Data is getting added daily basis. Data is becoming huge. Okay. Now they want to make use of the data. How they can make use of the data when they have some millions and millions of records? So the best way is applying intelligence to the data. That is nothing but Microsoft BI. So they want to make use of the data to take better decisions. Any business guy. I'll tell you a simple example. Let's say this is a cool drink shop in Bangalore. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
This guy will not use any MSBI tool or anything, but he always analyzes. He won't take or he won't buy anything just like that. First he will analyze. For example, last year, winter season, if the sales of the cool drinks are too poor, if his sales, I'll take an Excel to demonstrate the same. Let me take an Excel. I'm going to explain you why we have to depend on historical data here. Let's say the shop name is XYZ Drinks. Here I am giving January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Sorry, I missed something here.
Yeah.
August, September, October, November, and December. I have 12 months data, 12 months here. And now let's take years. This is 2011 and this is 2012. And in January 2011, let's say his sales is 1 lakh rupees. His sales is 1 lakh per month throughout the year except in the month of November and December. Let's say here his sales is only 10,000. Okay?
Okay, sir.
What this guy will do this November and December? This guy will order very less, right? He's not going to order huge. Why? Because he know November and December will have very good winter in Bangalore and people don't prefer cold drinks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
even though he is not using business intelligence solution, he is analyzing based on historical data. What happened in last year, based on that, he is taking his decisions, right?
Yes.
And if the sales are, let's say in May, super hot, if the sales are 5 lakhs, which is super good, then what this guy will do? This guy will order more in the month of May.
More.
This is just based on his previous year sales.
Historical data.
So that is why I said we move all the data into data warehouse, all the historical data. And when anyone asks the question why we need that historical data is required for analyzing the business and taking the better decisions, right?
Decisions.
Yeah, for decision making things, for taking better decisions to improve the business, we need historical data. Okay, let's take a simple example. If you want to buy a laptop, you are not gonna simply go to the shop and pay the money 50,000 and get some piece, right? You're not gonna do that. What you are gonna do is you are gonna inquire among your friends who are using laptops, and you will get the information like which configuration is the best. Sorry, and which company is the best. Agree?
Yeah.
You will decide a lot, you will think a lot, and finally you will pick the one. Take anything.
Yes.
Going to restaurant, you won't blindly go to any restaurant. You will pick the best one, cheap and best, right?
Right.
And if I want to start a shop, start a business, Pani Puri business near to my place, then what I have to think? I'm not going to blindly start a business there. What I'm going to do is, surrounding the area where I'm planning to start, I will find out how many shops are there with the same business. If it is too high, then I will think, I will rethink. I will not start the business. Why? Because there is heavy competition.
Yeah.
And at the same time, whether hostels are available or not, whether the floating is good or not, people moving around is good or not. If people are not there, if I go and start a Pani Puri business in Sahara desert, it is not going to fetch even a single rupee to me, right? So I will analyze before starting any business. And after starting a business, and if it is going good, still I will analyze. Why? Because I want to remain on top position. So this analysis is part of business people's life. They have to do the analysis. Okay? They're not going to stop it. Before, from the day they decided to start a business, and they have to start analyzing their market and their competitors' market. Pizza Hut guy don't sit calm saying that I'm getting good business. He will keep an eye on Domino's. He will check out what new thing added by Domino's guys. Let's say garlic bread. So immediately Pizza Hut guys will start something similar to that. Why? Because they don't want to lose their business. The common customers that are preferring Pizza Hut should not go to Domino's for garlic bread, right?
Yeah.
So it's always competitive. So always you need to keep an eye on your business and keep an eye on competitors' business. Let me tell you a simple example. Let's take two tablets. One is paracetamol and another one is Dolo 650. Okay?
Okay.
Both are competitors. Let's say this is paracetamol and this is Dolo 650. This guy's marketing was good. I'm naming it as P and this is D. Okay? This guy's market was good and he won't stop there. He always keep an eye on this guy's market. Let's say this guy got 1 crore in last one day or last 1 week. This guy got only 1 lakh sales. Okay? In last 1 week. In next week, if this guy's sales has become 50 lakhs and this guy's sales rised up to 40 lakhs, then what this guy will do? Paracetamol guy. Immediately he will find out what went wrong. Which location the sales is poor for paracetamol and good for Dolo 650. And let's say if we come to know that in Bangalore, the sales has become very poor for paracetamol and it rise for Dolo 650. Then he will find out what he is offering and what is his market advertising strategy and all the factors he will think of. So let's say this guy come to know that Dolo 650 is giving more percentage to the doctors. Generally doctors write tablets based on the percentage they are going to get, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
If they prescribe 10 paracetamol tablets, they will get some percentage. And let's say 10%. And let's say Dolo 650 guy, he has offered them 15%. Okay? So doctors will start prescribing Dolo 650. So to capture the business, what he has to do? He has to go and contact the doctors.
Let's take
And he has to give 20%. Or he has to offer better than that. Or he can say, I will offer only 15% or 10%, but I will double the price of the tablet. Let's say this is 1 rupee, this is 1 rupee, okay? This guy offered 10%, that means 10 paise to the doctor for every tablet, and this guy offered 15%, that is 15 paise.
15%.
So when this guy's business has gone up, this guy has to take some strategic decision. What's the problem? What went wrong? So this guy comes to the doctor and said, I'll give the same 10%, or he will say that I'll give 20%, so that you will get 20 paise per tablet. Or another business strategy is, I'll give the same 10%, but I'll make the tablet cost to 2 rupees. So 10% of 2 rupees, automatically 20 paise.
Yeah.
So many things will happen internally. Okay. So he can take all these kind of decisions once he comes to know that his business is going down, right?
Right.
So to know that his business is going down, what he has to do? He needs to have all the data in one database, that is data warehouse. His data, his competitors' data, everything, right? And to make the performance better, this should be converted to OLAP if the performance is poor. Okay? And this we have to generate reports. Why? Because our managers does not know how to query. So the output of this one is helping this guy to analyze the market. Understood? This is BI.
Yeah.
This BI solution output is helping this guy. So we are getting huge data, and everyone wants to make use of the data to take strategic decisions to improve their business. So they want to work on all the historical data to clean it up and to make it ready for analysis purpose. Anytime ready for analysis. So for doing the job, we have Microsoft BI. This is why Microsoft BI has great boom. Why? Because there are so many businesses which has lots and lots of data, and they want to make use of it. And remember, data is very costly in the world. There is a company called some IJS, IMS something. So what they will do is they will buy the data from each and every medical shop. They will generate reports like this, and they will sell the data to their clients, saying that this paracetamol is a client, Dolo 650 is a client. So for this guy, paracetamol guy, the company will give paracetamol sales and also Dolo 650 sales. For this guy, they will sell Dolo 650 sales and also its competitor sales. So this is how there are so many companies which are working purely on collecting the data from different places and generating the reports using Microsoft BI and selling the reports. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is why Microsoft has become a very, very, very famous tool. Why? Because it helps in making the data, in cleaning the data first thing, and second thing, making it readily available for analysis and with improved performance, with super good performance. And nowadays the data is so huge. In 1 year they collected 10 to the power 10 into 10 to the power of 18, I guess. This much of data in 1 year. That means next to 10 there are 18 zeros. Imagine what's the size of the data they collected in the year 2012 or 2011. Sorry. The data is getting huge. Data is becoming huge. People are feared that the data explosion may happen. That means there will be no tool which handles with such huge data. So the best tool that is available in the market is Microsoft BI as of now to handle this kind of data and to provide good solutions for analysis purpose. So in short, converting raw data to the valid information is nothing but a data warehousing,
Yes.
and Microsoft BI is nothing but applying intelligence to your data. Your data is nothing, and you are applying intelligence to that so that end users can go through the reports quickly to find out what's going on and what measures need to be taken to improve the business if it is going down, or to continue in the top one position, what steps needs to be taken. So Facebook is top one nowadays, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean they can sit calm. What they are doing, they are continuously making changes to stay live in the market, right? So how they are
Yes.
doing it? They are doing it by checking all the sites, all the competitors, how are good, what they're adding new. So based on that, so it's all depends on my market and competitors' market. Who are
Computers.
all the competitors for me, and what I can give better to them, better than them. So for making sure that your business is going down in a particular area, using Microsoft BI solution, the sales in Bangalore, Jayanagar, for the month of, for the week of, for the second week of month August 2011, when the people buy paracetamol tablets, what is the sales? This is a pretty tough question. You can get the answer to the question using Microsoft BI solution in less than a second. So that helps in getting the data super fast. So that's the advantage of Microsoft BI solutions. Understood?
Okay, sir.
So this is about what is Microsoft BI and why it is pretty famous,
And why we
and
need? Yeah.
why you, I mean, how the market will be. Let's discuss about that a bit. The market, if you ask about the market will be too good. Why? Because um, as I told you, there is huge data in the world now. They want to make use of it. So they need some data warehousing solutions. There are so many like Oracle wise there is one data warehousing solution, and Microsoft said this Microsoft BI. As you might have heard, like Informatica, Data Stage, Cognos, and many other tools like this, which helps in providing similar kind of business requirements, similar kind of solutions. The advantage of Microsoft BI is lots of databases in the world are SQL Server. The SQL Server will have good support with Microsoft BI. Why? Because both are from the same parent, right? That is Microsoft. So
Yeah.
always there will be good support between these two, SQL Server and Microsoft BI compared to SQL Server and Informatica. So when there are lots of databases in SQL Server, obviously people go for Microsoft BI. Why? Because the license is part and parcel of SQL Server license. If you buy SQL Server license, you will get BI license free with the same licensing. So, and it is easy to develop a solution in Microsoft BI compared to other tools, so that you can finish the solution in less time, and it is very developer friendly. So keeping all these things in mind, you can easily say that Microsoft BI has great demand and people are all preferring to go with Microsoft BI. And one of the most important thing is brand. Microsoft. This is Microsoft product. Microsoft brand is there. So clients also prefer the Microsoft BI. Why? Because it is the brand name is good and you will find support whenever you need. Okay. So this is why Microsoft
Okay.
BI, and how long it will be good. To answer that question, it will be too good for next, I can say, next 15 years, or as long as the data will play a major role. This tool plays with the data. it deals with data, it plays with data, it lives with data. So as long as we are getting lots and lots of data to the getting stored in the databases, you will have good demand for this technology. So this is about the basics of not basics,
MSBI.
base. I have to set the base properly before starting the main sessions. So this is about what is Microsoft BI, how the market will be for this, and why you have to go for only this technology. So that's it for today's session. And if you have any questions, you can ask me.